That's a Lego version of me, and I've always wanted to fly. So today I will show you 10 different ways how you can make your Lego fly. For real. As you may know, Lego don't fly, and I had to learn that the hard way. If you want to fly your Lego, you can't just throw it and expect it to fly, because Lego don't work like that. I also tried that with the helicopter, just to be sure. And that was the biggest enemy of my challenge, the gravity. Do you remember when I said Lego don't fly? I was actually wrong. You see, Lego made some flying toys, like these Ninjago spinners. So let's test them out. I actually had to go outside to test their full power. But wouldn't it be cool if I could recreate this only using normal Lego parts? So I stole this guy's idea. I basically made the last gear spin as fast as possible, using gear ratios. Then I added a propeller attached to a gear at the end and spinned the mechanism, and it actually worked. The propeller lifted on its own. I also tried a smaller propeller, which worked even better. But this was quite tiring, so I wanted to automate it, and I added the Lego motor to turn the gears for me. And it kinda worked, but the motor wasn't quite strong enough, so it barely lifted the propeller. This worked even worse with the big propeller. Then I tried to automate it using a pullback motor. Unfortunately, it again wasn't strong enough, so I executed it. Subscribe if you think Lego should make stronger motors. Luckily, I managed to build another machine that would make my bricks fly. Watch this video to see how I built it. It works the same way as before, but uses wheels to accelerate the bricks instead of propellers. But this wasn't exactly flying, so I added some paper wings, which should in theory make it fly. But you can see how this turned out. Then I tried to make the wings, aka the plane, bigger. So I just taped a Lego brick on a paper airplane, and there was only one thing left to do. Because it worked so well, I also tried different plane designs. I feel so proud when I play with Lego and paper airplanes. Now I will start using my biggest enemy in my favor, the gravity. I took a napkin and added some strings in the corners to make a parachute, and then I taped a brick to the strings. The brick can now finally fly for a few seconds. I also taped a parachute to a backpack, so that my minifigs can go skydiving. After that, I just increased the height and threw some minifigs out the window. I hope they're having a great time. We can also use gravity in another way, by catapulting stuff. I built this very simple catapult, which has a small compartment for catapulting bricks. The idea is to throw a very heavy brick on the other side of the catapult, and that would then catapult the bricks in the air. So I grabbed a steel ball brick and catapulted the astronaut into space. That was quite disappointing, so I started using bigger and heavier bricks, until I was happy with the result. I also created another catapult that works by pressing on this brick, which ejects another brick in the air. And to actually make it fly, I attached it to a parachute and ejected it. Then I even added wings to the minifigure, in hopes it would fly better. But I was wrong. All these experiments were overcomplicated, because you can just take a Lego brick, throw it, and it will fly for a moment or two. I tested this with different vehicles and sizes, but I came to the conclusion that every one of them falls down eventually. Surprisingly. The last way is to use a ramp, which is the closest way you can get a Lego plane to flying. I firstly tested some Lego cars, which flew, or I should say jumped, Well, but cars don't fly in real life. So I tested the helicopter. And then a plane with the wheels. But this is more useful for simulating plane crashes than flying planes. Watch this video next to learn about the most useless illegal Lego building techniques.